started on this webinar, part of the series that we're conducting with Panoramata every 2 weeks. Today is going to be particularly interesting. It's the first time we're doing such a webinar, actually. Most of the webinars that we were doing so far were about tactics and how to actually check your competitors the right way. This one is going to be slightly different because we're going to be here to help you plan your marketing for Christmas, New Year, New Year's Eve, resolution, and for the whole period that is actually opening up right now, just after BFCM, just after Black Friday. And we have plenty of resources actually to share with you, tips and campaigns ideas that you can actually start to implement right now within your email marketing, especially strategy. We're going to review a bit advertising as well, but there are plenty of things, plenty of ideas that we are willing to share right now. It also comes with free resources that I'm going to be able to share along the way. All right, so stay tuned. I guess we're going to wait a few more seconds, but I'm going to get started on this right now. I invite you at some point when you're ready, if you'd like to learn more and click on the link that is just right here. If you want to book a call with me, so I can actually show you how Panoramata can actually help you do better and improve your marketing strategy for Christmas and New Year. That being said, as usual, no BS. We're going to set ourselves for success, how to find trends, how to find the right inspiration for Christmas. We're going to share a lot of ideas as well, how to anticipate your competitors' moves. This one's going to be interesting. If you're wondering which kind of promotion they're going to do for Christmas, we got you covered, and how to use these insights for your own advantage. I'm going to get started with this. It doesn't matter if you're in an established market or a very specific niche. It doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner in marketing. It doesn't matter if you have a small budget. The only thing you need to spare is a few minutes per week, a few minutes at least until Christmas Day. Our goal today is going to take advantage of what's already working for your competitors so you can improve your own marketing strategy. This time we're going to review together, as I've said, Christmas and New Year's Eve. It matters because it's an important period to actually drive sales and build connections with your audience. It's important because when you're doing this the right way, you can instantly know what your competitors will be up to during this period. And it's key because the goal for every marketer when we're running a campaign is to actually take the right decisions without getting lucky, whether it's for Christmas, New Year's Eve, or for Black Friday, for instance. The goal of checking what your competitors are doing, the competitive intelligence work, the benchmarking that you're doing, usually your goal is to gather the right insight, gather more data so you can actually find the right inspiration, take the right decisions, adopt the right tactics, and at the end of the day, increase your revenue. This is why competitive intelligence is important. Doing this the right way, it's going to help you organize the right promotions, send the right messages, and actually stand out from the crowd and especially from your competitors. I'm going to go quickly on this, but of course, when you're seeing a competitor doing something, don't blindly copy what they're doing for a simple reason. It doesn't always work. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know why they're doing this. You don't know if it's already something that's working for them or if it's just something that they're testing it out. So never blindly copy what your competitors are doing. In the reverse, what you should do is try to reverse engineer their marketing strategy, to try to understand what they were testing when doing this. And it will help you find the right ideas, the right inspiration, and also make sure that you can get the most of their own strategy for you. As I've said during the introduction, right now is the perfect time to plan for Christmas and New Year's Eve content. BFCM has actually already started. It's in 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to actually run your campaigns for BFCM. And right after, you're going to land this period where BFCM has closed, Christmas is going to start, and you want to plan this content right now so you're ready when it matters. So today we'll focus on identifying what you should do, and we're going to share some free resources as well with you, a few ideas that you can implement in your strategy right away. I believe that there are 3, 6, 12, maybe 15 ideas of content that you can put out there, and I'm pretty sure that you'll find a lot that actually are going to work for you. Yep. The competitive intelligence process. Check what your competitors have done, identify the core trends, think if it's relevant for you or not, so you can actually plan your content and make sure it works. The goal is this, we're going to have a look, and we're going to do this live also all together, at certain brands, have a look at what they've been up to last year, what they've been doing, and you'll see that right away, there are ways to actually identify if they were just trying something out and that's it, or if they were really doubling down on a strategy that actually was successful for them. This is our goal today. This is where actually competitive intelligence, when done the right way, can help. We all tend to, subscribe to 100 newsletter, try to check what each competitor is doing from time to time. It's hard. We do believe that we gather some data, but actually it's not. There are better ways to do this. As I've said, it takes time, it takes resources. Our goal right now, on top of the free resources that we're going to share during this webinar, is to identify when a competitor is doing something, is it working for them? Do they have a purpose when they're doing this? And does it last? All right. Let's go. So you can, of course, find the right inspiration for Christmas and New Year's Eve. Our goal is going to find the right ideas out of the hundreds of thousands of pieces of content that are out there. The only main thing that you should always consider when tracking your competitors, when doing some kind of benchmarking or competitive intelligence work, is consistency. When doing this consistently, you're going to be able to actually filter out the good ideas from the bad ones. You're going to be able to identify what's a trend, what's a mistake, what's a try, what's a good idea, and actually get the best inspiration for you. All right, that being said, let's get started on the Christmas and New Year's Eve season. For the next few slides, I'm going to share a few ideas for each of the main events that are happening between December 20th to January 2nd. There are a few stuff that you could do here. We have a few ideas for what's coming later as well. But we're going to get started. So for Christmas, obviously, three of the main ideas of content that you want to create for this period are the deadline. Make sure to let your audience know what's the cutoff, what's the limit date they should order on your store to actually receive your products on time as gifts. So make sure that's a super important email. That's not even a single email, actually 2 or 3, and even during the whole period of Christmas, when you're sending email, the opening of every email should be ordered before the 15th, the 16th, the 12th, if you want to get your package on time. That should be your opening line during the whole season, because it's one of the only things that people care about. So Christmas, whether it's for advertising and or email marketing, actually, it's all about deadlines. And the more you go towards the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th of December, the more the deadline is more important. Second big idea is last minute gift cards. Once the deadline is passed, you know that you're not going to be able to ship any remaining product to your audience. It's too late. If they order on the 21, then they'll never receive your package on before Christmas. What you want to advertise is last minute gifts and last minute gift cards. Ballsy is a great brand, and they're doing this correctly. A lot of brands are doing this. This is a must-have during the Christmas period. You should advertise gift cards the very few days just before Christmas. Then Christmas is not only about selling stuff, I'm going to say it this way, but it's also a nice period to connect with your audience and give them feedbacks. I love the next one, especially if you believe that you're in an industry that actually is not giftable. I'm going to say, like, it's not you're not really selling product that you see would fit nicely as gift, or at least a lot of people are thinking this. You can explain how people can actually turn your products into gifts. Plants are wonderful gifts, but it's not it's not the first idea of a gift you would have. So Leaf and Bee does that very well by sending emails, and a lot of plant companies are actually doing this, explaining how plants could be great gifts as well. And they share how-tos, they share ideas, they share recommendations on here's what you should do, here's when you should order, here's how you should take care of the plant before gifting it right away. All right, next round for Christmas. Love those ones as well. The first one, prep for the season. This is more for during the Christmas season. We're not on the gift side, but much more on the personal level side, much more for personal purchases. Make them feel in the Christmas season and show how your products can actually help them feel the season more effectively. The same for the next one, lifestyle. Christmas is a special period. You have people spending time in their families, traveling a lot. There are a lot of events happening in everyone's life that you could actually take advantage of to explain how your products can help them. And then the last one, it's from Etsy, which is not, I'm going to say, the perfect D2C example, but it's fun that even they are doing this, relate with your audience. December is a special period. Christmas is a special period. It starts in November. Right now, you can actually create content that does feel the generic UGC, the kind of content that you're seeing on Instagram or TikTok right now. All right, Christmas, I got you covered. I'm going to send an email just right after this call with a list of more than 50 assets related to Christmas, a swap file for you to use. And each of the items that I'm going to speak about right now is going to be a specific swipe file as well. If you're looking at the recording of this webinar, then it should be somewhere on the description as well. Next one is winter season, the same. It's starting right now. It's going to be between December and January, especially. You can have a lot of winter sales. And again, people are traveling. It's cold. There are several topics you should speak about in your content calendar. The first one is how your product can help with cold. Here, for skincare, it's dryness. How your product could be useful for vacations, of course. And then winter essentials. Each big season in your customer's mind is actually quite important. You have products that might be dedicated for a specific season or that are really helping them there. You should advertise them as well. All right, New Year's Eve. Can I change? I can't. So I'm going to continue with New Year's Eve here. It's a great time to engage with your audience. 100% of the time. Sometimes it's pretty hard because you feel like as a brand, I don't really have a New Year's Eve voice. It's quite hard to share anything with my customers. Well, you definitely should, whether it's in advertising. You can see a great example here from Fashion Nova for the New Year's Eve. They're sharing a look, that's one. But most importantly, what they're doing here is really engaging with their audience. Comment where you'll be spending your New Year's Eve. And it's a great example of how you can engage with your audience as well. There are 100 ways to do this. One of my favorite as well that I've tried a few times is also to create a Christmas playlist and then share this playlist with your audience as well, just to engage and to make sure that you're fitting into their lifestyle, which is exactly what Goop is doing here as well, along with sharing a few wishes, which you should definitely do. And again, we have these essentials part. Everyone on this day, on this very specific date, is going to be spending New Year's Eve, is going to be at a party. You should take advantage of the fact that they're going to be there. They might be shopping something specific for this specific day. You should take advantage of the fact that they're going to buy a few stuff. Might as well be some of yours. Winter solstice, the specific day, I guess this year winter solstice is going to be the 20 or the 21st of December. Three quick things here. It's a very specific day. It's just between usually the cutoff and Christmas itself. It's just in the middle. This is basically where you should also speak about and promoting your gift cards. Here, it's a nice way to either run a promotion, as Chorus is doing, but also connect with your audience. Don't try to sell anything, just send a mood, some kind of a relational email, some kind of a relational campaign that just help connects with your audience. This is why I should have shifted. It's okay. New Year's Day, there are 3 great ideas of content that you can put out for New Year's Day. The first one is for resolutions, of course. So you can explain how your product could fit and actually help people make their resolutions last. And the next 2 one are kind of my favorite because they're great and they really help any customer, any potential customer, any lead connect with the brand on a very almost personal level. It's the year in review. Just share with your audience what you've been up to this year. You made a lot of stuff. You had a lot of great accomplishments. It might have been a wonderful year for you or a hard one. It's okay to actually share how the business, how the brand itself is doing with your customers because they'd like to know. And those kind of emails are actually wonderful because you might actually receive a lot of answers from people that are just genuinely interested by the business. So it's a great example. Dossier is doing this every year since 2021. A lot of brands are doing this right now, but it's sometimes overlooked. Why? It's a great email to write, and it's a great way to really engage and connect with your audience. And then a few days later comes the sneak peek. Let your audience know your plans for the next year. What are you planning to do? Do you have a lot of launches? Do you have any big plan out there to actually deliver even more value to them or have more offerings? Let them know. Again, they'll be super happy to actually know how the business is run and how's the business doing. On the same vein, New Year's Day as well, you could share some new year inspiration, also some lifestyle tips, and of course, even on the advertising side, some more content on the advertising side to show how your products can help them either take a specific resolution or help them keep a resolution over time. One of the biggest resolutions that people are taking in January, and this is our next one, our next batch of creative ideas, is Dry January. This is the perfect example of a very specific resolution. You can help them do this, whether it's cooking or organizing or hair care. There are 3 different ways to engage with people on their resolutions. The first one is a challenge. You could organize a contest, a giveaway, a way for your community to engage with your brand, with your company on a very specific resolution and make sure that you can actually get them with you on this. And there are 2 ways along the process as well, on top of just the gamification process and the challenge one. Get them started. Just let them know it's starting now. Here's what your resolution for next year should be. We're helping you doing this, and make sure to engage with them along the way and just generally check in. How is your resolution doing? If you haven't started yet, you can. It's okay. You can still start now, and it's a great way to genuinely help your audience get more value out of what you have to offer, of your products. All right, those were even 21 ideas that I've just shared. Christmas, winter season, winter solstice, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Dry January, and pretty much every resolution out there. Each one of these files, of these ideas here, I have a specific swipe file that I'm going to be able to share with you just right after. I'm going to reach out by email, book a call with me if you'd like me to walk you through it, or if there's anything, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm here anyway. So each one of them is a swipe file on Panoramata, and you can super easily get a lot of ideas. Again, this is, for instance, Dry January, and a lot of examples that we've picked for Dry January, the same for New Year's Day. And you can see that we actually have a lot of examples that I'm going to be sharing with you right after the webinar. All right, I just spoke about Panoramata, which is a platform that can actually help you do this automatically, finding the right inspiration and tracking what your competitors are doing. This is what I was saying at the very beginning of the call, competitive intelligence can help you find the right ideas, the best inspiration for any kind of content that you want to put out there. And Panoramata is the perfect marketing tool, marketing platform to help you do this, whether it's on the competitive intelligence side or on the inspiration side as well. I'm not going to show you all the next slides. I'm going to go specifically for Christmas and New Year's Eve right now and show you on the platform how you should use it to actually find the best ideas. In a quick word, Panoramata can help you save time. This is what the dashboard looks like. We can track everything that your competitors have been up to recently in one single view. You can get a calendar overview of what they've been up to as well, explore the strategy, anticipate their next moves as well. I'm going to show you this just right after. You have a free inspiration section. You can just go ahead, sign up, and you're going to be able to access them as well. It makes it also super easy to benchmark your company against your competitors, compare easily what they're doing and what you're not, compare if they're changing your website. You can track their landing pages, their ads, their SMS, their emails as well. And then each time that you're seeing an asset that you like on the platform, you can as well freely and for free, actually, this is a free feature on the platform, create lists like this one and add every time that you're seeing an email or an ad that actually is interesting to you, save them in something that looks like a Pinterest marketing board, if I may. All right, so that being said, this is about the platform. What I wanted to share right now was some ways to actually use the platform to find the right example for Christmas and New Year's Eve live with you. So on the platform, I'm not going to run a full demo. I'm going to go straight to the point here, but you have the dashboard, you have the benchmark, you have insights to actually give you recommendations on what you should do. And then you have the inspiration and searches section, and you can search for emails, ads, SMS flows, landing pages, products as well. And you basically here have access to some of the best emails that have been sent by companies, whether they're e-commerce companies or not. Actually, we're going to have a look specifically for e-commerce right now. And then it makes it super easy to look for the right inspiration every single time. Here, for instance, I have two filters on. One filter for Christmas, the other one is in English. And here I have all the emails sent in English about Christmas that we've received on the platform. And I can go a bit deeper and say, okay, Christmas, great. But I'm specifically looking for emails from the personal care industry, for instance. Here we go. You're going to get them here as well. And then say, okay, that's great, but I specifically want to have a look at emails that are promotional emails for Christmas in English in the personal care industry. Here you go, it's there. Then you can go even a bit deeper, and it's pretty much the same way for the ads. You can go even a bit deeper and say, okay, what could we do? I don't know, 20% off. And then you're going to be able to access all the emails containing 20% off in the personal care industry. There are promotional campaigns, of course, for Christmas in English. And you can basically do this for pretty much any keyword you can think of. And it's one of the most powerful ways to find the right inspiration every time. Here, what I could do is remove Christmas. So I'm left with personal care, 20%, promotional campaigns in English. I can also remove 20%. And just to give you another idea, I could look for New Year resolution in the personal care industry. There are promotional email in English, and it's going to work the same way. Here you have more than 1,000 different ways of how personal care brands are speaking about New Year resolutions. And it just takes a click to actually move from personal care to food, for instance, or jewelry. And it makes it super easy to find the right example every single time. And of course, each time that you're seeing an email, you can go ahead, preview them, get access to the email itself as if you received it on Gmail. And then you can, of course, save them into lists or just download the emails as I showed you earlier. All right. We still have a few minutes. I don't know if there's any question so far. If that's not the case, it's okay. Don't hesitate if there's a question. Otherwise, the very last thing I wanted to share was, let me remove this filter here. We're going to pick a brand, RMS Beauty. Let's go. All right. What I wanted to share is if you have a specific brand, target brand in mind, and you're looking to check what their marketing strategy was for Christmas, New Year's Eve, for instance, last year, there are super simple ways to check this on Panoramata as well. This is a company page on Panoramata. Basically, what happens here is every tab is going to give you access to different kind of data. So here's the summary. The first one I wanted to show you is the calendar. So here we have RMS Beauty. Here we have JV Coffee as well. And here you have access to everything that they've done, for instance, last year. And if you're wondering what they've done on Christmas, you can go here and you're going to be able to see each ad, each email that they've sent during the period. You can even click here and we're going to summarize for you right away what they've been up to during December 2023, the level of promotion, the kind of product that they advertised as well. And it makes this super easy to check. In the very same vein, actually, you can just, for instance, click on the emails and then here either use a specific keyword or use a date range to actually see all the content that they've been putting out there for Christmas, New Year's Eve, but even, of course, Black Friday, Valentine's Day, any kind of typical events you want to have some insights on, you can actually go ahead and do it. Pretty much the same thing for the ads as well. There's also a cool feature here on the landing pages as well, where what you can do is actually go back in time. And this is Javi Coffee website, for instance. This was their website more than 2 years ago. This was their website 7 days ago. And what you can do is to say, okay, I want to have a look at their website for Black Friday last year or for Christmas last year as well. And you're going to check this right away so you can actually get a sense of the kind of promotions or the kind of branding, how did they change their website during at that time. And if you want to have access to all the archives right away, you can actually click here and you're going to see all the changes they've been making over time. Christmas in July, that's wonderful. All right, as we're closing in, I don't know if there's any more question. As I've said, I'm going to follow up just right after with all of the free swipe file that we've created for you. They're all here. If you are watching the recording, again, it's in the description. And I wanted to make sure to take the opportunity today to also show you some of the best way, the easiest way we have on Panoramata to help you find the right inspiration for any use case you have in mind. The searches are obviously here for this. This is the main feature you can use. But also, if you have a specific brand and you want to spy on them to see what they've been up to before, then we got you covered as well. All right, no questions so far? All good? Perfect. Well, let me check this. If that's the case, then I thank you for watching me. Thank you for staying until the end. Thank you for who's live right now. Thanks for participating as well. I'm here to help. If you need anything, book a call with me. Click on the link just here or on the description, and happy to chat anytime. All right, wherever you are in the world, take care. Have an amazing day, an amazing Christmas if you're watching this next to Christmas. Yep, take care. Bye-bye.